Welcome to Sweet Soul Pilates. Please remember to engage your core, protect your spine, breathe, and be sweet to you. Today is day 1 of our core strength challenge this week. We're opening up with a deep core sculpt for today's 12-minute Pilates class. Let's bring our arms overhead 4 times as we take some light deep breaths. And one more. And then we'll come around onto our hands and knees. In a moment here, our timer will begin. We'll be taking some cat-cows. Let's go. Sometimes I like to do these on my toes or have my feet pressed flat against the mat. And let's take a quick child's pose stretch. We're going to come down onto our forearms, extending our legs back, taking a half plank. And now let's lift up on our toes for a full plank. If at any moment you need to drop your knees, feel free. Be sure to breathe and engage your core as if you're pulling your navel up towards your spine. And now let's drop down, press up for a cobra stretch, and come back onto our hands and knees. This next move will be on our toes, and we're just going to lift our knees up and down. Engaging your core here, allowing your breath to flow freely. If you're shaking, that is a great sign. And remember to never hold your breath, even if it's challenging. Allow yourself to exhale through. And now we'll come back onto our hands and knees. This time we're going to take those lifts from the mat and then bring our knees and hips one way, tap back down, lift to the other direction. So we're raising our knees up as we swing our hips and knees one way and the other. A little bit of a challenge here. Definitely want you to try and see what you can do. And now we'll come around to a seated position, legs in front of us slightly bent, hands to center. And we're going to lean back towards the mat and lift ourselves up to center again, and repeat. Tucking our chin towards our chest as we lean ourselves back. And now let's lay completely flat. With our legs slightly bent, we'll bring our arms overhead, and we're going to roll ourselves up, lifting up to center, leaning back down to repeat. So you're tucking your chin towards your chest to help you as you lift up and lean back down. And now we'll bring our legs up to tabletop, extending both arms towards the sky. And we're going to take some alternating toe taps as we lift our upper body slightly off the mat. If at any point you need to place your hands behind your head for additional support, please do so. Again, my shoulders are slightly lifted off the mat, chin tucked towards my chest, alternating legs. And now let's hug our knees in for a moment. This next move here will be bringing our arms overhead as we take alternating single leg extensions. So you're extending one leg as you lift your upper body, returning to tabletop to switch legs, reaching overhead as you lift and extend. And we'll bring our knees in again for a moment. Returning our legs to tabletop, we're going to take a double leg extension. So you're extending both legs and arms, returning to center, and extend again. Lifting that upper body slightly off the mat, tucking your chin towards your chest. Again, extending your legs and your arms. And let's hug our knees in once more. We're going to place our hands behind our head. This is a little bit of a combo move, so you're just going to lift your upper body, come back down, and then lift both knees and legs off the mat, back down. So you're lifting just the upper body, and then bringing both knees and legs up and back down. And now let's bring our legs to tabletop. Hands behind our head. We're going to extend our legs out, lift them up towards the sky, and take a half leg drop. So you're not dropping your legs all the way down, just halfway. Upper body is slightly lifted off the mat. This is your reminder to breathe through any shaking, through any difficulty. Soft bend in the knees if you need to. And now let's hug our knees in as we create a butterfly shape with our legs and feet. We'll bring our hands overhead and we're just going to lift up towards our toes and back down. So we're coming up for a crunch and back down. And closing our legs for a moment, we'll be returning to that butterfly shape. Hands behind our head, and we're just going to tap our feet down towards the mat and lift back up. Upper body is slightly lifted off the mat. You're tapping your feet down, bringing your knees up towards your chest. And let's hug our knees in and roll up like a ball to seated. Legs slightly bent. We're going to lean back as we bring our arms to center. And then lift ourselves up, arms completely overhead, and repeat. So you're leaning back down towards the mat, lifting your arms as you come up. And now we're going to swing ourselves around as we prepare for a child's pose stretch. And now let's come down onto our forearms. We'll be taking a full plank here. Engaging your core as if you're pulling your belly up towards your spine, allowing your breath to flow freely. And then let's see if we can look towards the left and the right, and then we'll lay flat. Coming up into a cobra stretch as we press ourselves up and back into a quick child's pose. And sitting back on our feet, we'll raise our arms overhead 2 times. And that is everything for today. I hope I didn't work you too much. I'll see you next time.